everybody, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's me, your homegirl, Ladosha Wright, the author of Curly Hair Adventures, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon, and the Beauty and Barber Survival Plan that's available free for an ebook platform on my Patreon page, which you all can subscribe to. So again, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are talking about Locs hair care. And so this is a very handsome man. I wish I could see his face. This brother is fine, okay? He's really good looking. He's a dear friend of mine. And so I asked him, can I please use your locks for my video? And he said, okay. Now I wore these colors to match his locks, if you know what I'm saying, okay? All right, so we're gonna just jump right into it. Locs hair care. So the first thing I wanna know is first, don't get your genuine jewelry locked into your customer's hair while you're doing your video, because some of this stuff is good in theory but not in practice. So we're going to get rid of this right quick so I don't snag his hair, okay? All right, so tell me about your lock journey. How long have you been locked?
Now for 4 years.
Wow, and so he's been locked now for 4 years, and this is absolutely beautiful. Now, by the way, if you're liking this video, I want you guys to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share, and you can look me up on all the social media platforms. Google Ladosha and everything is just gonna populate, okay? Except my baby daddy, okay? All right, so that's one of the joke right there. All right, so you've been locked for about 4 years. How has your journey been? Any concerns? Like, what's your biggest concerns about this locked hair?
Well, I was under the impression that you weren't supposed to wash it as much, and the thinning from where the new growth to the lock is. That's my biggest concern.
So he said he thought that he didn't have to shampoo it or wash it as often, and then he's concerned. And then, do you think it's thinning, or you're concerned about maybe it may thin?
Right, from the new growth to where it was last twisted.
So you think that that's thinning?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. When I say all right, y'all say okay, all right. Okay, y'all gotta know about that house music right there. Okay, so here we go. So his concern is about shampooing the locks, number one. And then number two, what's this thing about thinning? So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon, which, shameless plug, okay? So here's what they don't tell you at the hair salon about locked hair, and number one. So number one, locked hair needs to be cleansed like all other hair. So I know we have some concerns and some habits that are by default. And we don't realize that they're not to our betterment, but maybe to our detriment. And shampooing hair is definitely one of them, particularly for those African Americans. Now, I do understand that, you know, these phenomenons are not the same for all black people. They're not the same for all black people of the African diaspora. So what I'm about to say is only going to be specific, and I'm speaking to the heart of those people who are doing this by default. So by default, most black, well, I shouldn't say most, a lot of black people, African Americans, just in general, they don't wash their hair often. And a lot of it has its roots in slavery, where we just wasn't allowed, number one. Number two, there was no turning around the good ship Jesus, you know, the Santa Maria, to go back and get the ye old black soap. So things like that was not occurring. And so unfortunately, when we became free people, two things wasn't taking place. So number one, we didn't have plumbing like we have now. That's number one. And then number two, we didn't have time for the hair, because now we're freed, and now we got to try to make our way through this society as free people with this hair that nobody liked. And so what happened is it became a cultural practice. And so by default, you know, it's still lingering around for a lot of African Americans, where they believe in their heart that, number one, we don't have to wash our hair as often. That's number one. Number two, we really shouldn't wash it as often. And then number 3 is, dirt makes your hair grow. I know. And so it's just not true. So let's debunk that myth. Number 1, your scalp has its own bio or life, if you will. So it's self-cleansing. And what's coming off the scalp is just yeast. So you have like 7 to 9 openings on your body, or orifices, if you like that word, that are self-cleansing, like your mouth, your eyes, your nose, your ears, vagina, buttocks, a la scalp. So his scalp is going to cleanse itself, and then also the environment, like dust and debris, hair care products, fabric, like, if he puts a baseball cap on, some of the fabric. So all of this is going to meet up with the scalp pushing out, the yeast, and then what the environmental fallout is collecting onto the scalp. So with that being said, technically, you can't go, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no soap at all. You can't do that, because that's now going to promote the thinning that he's concerned about. So I have my homegirl here with me, and this is Skinny Scales. So the longer he waits to shampoo his hair, the mouth of that follicle will get clogged up with the yeast, number 1, and then number 2, remember, he's got the environmental fallout that's collecting onto the scalp or settling, and then the mouth of the follicle gets clogged up, and now there's that thinning that he's truly concerned about. But guess what? We have a solution for that. So the first thing we want to do is show him how to cleanse his lock properly. But in order to do that, let's have him demonstrate. Show us, like, how do you wash your locks? So let's say you got some shampoo in your hands, right? All right, and then what do you do next? So he's in the shower, and he's just, he's got nice fingers too. Hit that heart button if you like his fingers, by the way. Yeah, he got that pinky ring on. I don't know, that brother with a pinky ring just got it going on, okay? All right, so he says that he just gets the product in there, and he massages, and then he runs through the hair, okay? So that's what the problem is. So his scalp isn't going to be cleansed that way. Now, here's what we teach at the Rebels Design Team, and it's also in my book, What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. Hair care and hairstyling, these locks are a style. Unlike dreads, he would just let them go and lock on their own. Think Bob Marley, man, okay? So these locks are an actual style. This is not his natural form. He had to create this. We've been talking about what's natural, what isn't. So this is not his hair's natural form. He had to create this. So what happens is you start off when you coil the hair, and then as you twist it with your finger or you palm roll it, you'll create a vortex inside, and you will end up with an actual lock, okay? And that can happen on any texture of hair. So the more texture you have, the quicker it will lock. The less texture you have, it can take a little bit longer, no matter how much peanut butter and jelly you put in your hair. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't put peanut butter and jelly in your hair, okay? So now, when it comes to cleansing these locks, the product and the debris is now infused into this locked hair. So we gotta clean the scalp, and we have to clean the lock. So what I'm going to recommend is that we are going to cleanse his scalp first, but I gotta go get some water, so I'll be right back. I got some more, and I'll put some water over here. All right. So we are back. So we got some ye old fashioned tap water using my Rev Air, shameless plug, Rev Air. So what I would do is I would put the water at his scalp. Now you have a myriad of products that you can clean his scalp with. You could use your black soap, which is very safe for all hair. I washed my hair with black soap? I most certainly have, and I had great results. So if you want, you can use your authentic black soap. Not the one that's made like in CVS. No, you want the kind that comes from the motherland or someone from the States who's making it properly. Not, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Number one, he says he has a concern about build up. So I would use an actual clarifying shampoo. So this one is by Malibu, and it's called Swimmer's Wellness. Now don't let that, he ain't swimming, LaDosha, but it's the buildup. So what this product is removing are the mineral deposits from tap water and chlorine and other minerals that's in your swimming pool. But guess what? It's also in your tap water. So this would definitely work great, and it's also good for removing hair care product and sebum oil build up. This Malibu is great. The pH is low, so it will make his hair nice and soft. So he has that as an option. Also, he has Design Essentials. This is pretty cool, this almond avocado. Don't eat it, guys, okay? So he can shampoo his hair with this. It's also sulfate free, so his locks won't be very drying. And I like this because, you're in the shower, and check this out. He could just pump and go, or I'm gonna show you our technique. So we like this, and this amount is good. Now, you also have my brand, shameless plug, the Right Hair Care products. And so this product line also is sulfate free, paraben free, all that cool stuff. And it has the pump that's gonna make it user friendly. Men will like the pump because all that squeezing, they're like, come on, sis. Come on now, I got somewhere to go. I gotta, come on. So bros don't like all that porn. So pump and let's go, okay? Kind of like sex, huh? I'm just kidding. All right, so now, also, if you don't like suds, okay, you have Diva Curl No Poo. So some people are like, I don't like the suds, the sulfates, because they're drying. So now the question is, what's the difference between this sulfate-free that suds up and this no poo, which does not suds? This one has what added to it? Sudsing ingredients. So you can put ingredients in shampoos to make them foam. And so that's a whole nother conversation, another video. So they actually will still include a foaming agent to make this suds up, whereas this company, which by the way, I love Diva Curl. I don't know why they're trying to sue her, but anywho, she's very good, and I still advocate for Diva Curl, but that one doesn't suds up. So now we are going to go into how to shampoo the hair, and so we will be right back with part 2 of how to wash these locks. Peace, love, and hair. And if you ain't got no hair, you know what? Rub your beautiful. He got a bald head under here too. Bald head. We both have an undercut. That's also why I have a crush on him.